Hey everybody, welcome back to Owl Creek. Today we're out here cleaning the rabbit hutch.
Yeah, it's really hot today, so I figured we better get this whole thing cleaned up. Let me show you. Back here behind it, since I took off my gutters during winter, I've just had a whole bunch of poop falling right here in a big old pile. So the first thing we're going to do, me and Dayton are going to get these rabbits out of the hutch, and I'm going to use my dad's tractor over here. I'm going to pick the hutch up after the rabbits are out, move it outside, and I'm actually going to pressure wash the whole thing. Then I'm going to come back in here with the bucket on the tractor. I'm going to scoop up all that poop that I just showed you on the ground. Got to get this cleaned up before it gets too hot and that becomes any more fragrant than it already is. All right, bud, you ready to pull some rabbits out?
I'm not going to do any.
You're not?
I'll do the babies.
You'll do the babies? All right. What I'm putting the rabbits in is these carriers. I had bought these off of a friend who was raising rabbits before. Then she got out of rabbits, so I picked those up for pretty cheap. And they're useful whenever I'm selling rabbits or buying rabbits, whatever, just to haul them around. All right, you ready to rock?
Okay, how am I going to do this? They can barely fit.
Yep. All right, next I'm going to take out the junior buck. This is the guy that we just bred last week, I think, for the very first time. So I'm going to take him out, and then I'm going to get the girls out. Here, buddy.
Which, that one up there is really hard to get out because it likes to scratch.
Yeah, she does like a scratch. Boy, what is wrong with you?
Oh my god. Apparently he doesn't like going in there.
Good job. Okay, that's all the rabbits out. Oh, guess we'll go ahead and pop the feeders off.
Okay, do the bottom.
Yep.
How do you do it?
These little clips right here. Just pull them up. Whew, okay. We're ready to move it out. Did I mention it was hot? I know I shouldn't be complaining about it being hot. It's not even summertime yet. But it is. All right, so I got as much of this as I could with the tractor. The rest of it down here, I am going to have to scoop up. So, unfortunately, I'm stuck using a snow shovel. Some little boy carries off most of my shovels so he can go dig holes around. I don't know who that is. I'm not going to name any names. But I guess I'll get it done with the snow shovel.
Ooh. One more good scoop. Okay, one more little scoop.
Good job, Betty.
Oh.
All right, so we're ready to start pressure washing. This pressure washer I picked up at Tractor Supply probably 4 or 5 years ago. It's a good little pressure washer, little Simpson 208cc. Seems to do pretty good. I've never had any trouble with it. Just change a spark plug and change oil in it, and it seems to run. So I'm gonna get my water turned on, gonna get that thing fired up, and get to washing that nastiness. Kind of wish I had a full face shield. Alright, so I got it all sprayed off. My battery died on my camera. Then I hooked up my foam cannon that I use on my side-by-side. And I went ahead and covered it. I'm letting it drip right now. Then I'm going to hit it again. And then I'll rinse it off. And I'm going to put my gutters on the back. Whew. Okay, that's better. Alright, so Dayton had to go inside for dinner. But I got the hutch all cleaned up. I shut my camera off because I'm on my last battery and it's dying. This camera, the batteries die super fast whenever it gets hot. So anyways, it's all washed up. I washed it twice with that soap that I was talking about earlier. Rinsed it all off. It's been drip drying for a while now. I'm going to go ahead and get these gutters thrown up on there and then get this thing set back in place. Get the rabbits back inside, get the water system hooked up, and the feeders on. So I've got this at the biggest slope that you really can on this 2x4. See your distance right here and how it gets so much higher up right through there. So it gives it a pretty good slope to let everything flow down. And the way that I do this, I slope these at opposite directions so I can have a 5-gallon bucket on that end, or I might actually get a bigger tote and then do the same thing over here, where that's as high as it can be and that's as low as it can be, and then we'll be ready to go. All I gotta do is buy new 5-gallon buckets because I don't know what I did with my old ones. So there she is. It's ready to go back into place and get everything back on and get the rabbits in. All right, I washed out my water bucket. Just wanted to make sure it was good and clean inside. Sprayed it out really good. Set that back up there. Gonna go ahead and hook my water system all back up. I'm sure these mamas enjoyed their nice vacation from the babies. As you saw there, all the I got the water all full. That mama's been awfully thirsty. Just going to check all the water nipples, make sure they're all flowing. They are. Yep, she's been thirsty too. Now all we got to do is feed, and I'm going to plug in the fan for him out here. Got the fan going. Dayton's feeding the last rabbit. While that mama's eating, so were all the babies. Alright, so we got everything finished up. Dayton fed all the rabbits. I got the water system, everything's all good and clean. Got the gutter system and everything hooked back up. And we got the fan going. Had to shut it off, that way we could actually talk and hear ourselves. But anyways, I think that's it, buddy.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Thanks for watching, everybody. You didn't have to jump away, Mama. Your babies was eating.
Daddy.
Yeah.